our author. So it kind of popped in there a little earlier than what we're used to having. So I'm going to put my page on. So that's my little surprise. I have the author here. But what's so cool about this author is that she's drinking coffee, and I would never drink coffee at 7:30 at night. Why are you able to drink coffee?
Because I'm in Australia and it's morning.
And it's morning. So I'm getting on my personal page so that people there can see me. But isn't that the coolest thing? So what time is it there?
It's about 11:30, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
nearly
So
lunchtime.
and tell us what season it is, because you said something really interesting.
Yes, it's spring, and I've been bunked out with allergies all week. So,
And it's fall for us.
yeah,
Well, we're in fall. So when do you go to fall in Australia?
um, next year. I'm
Next
really bad at
year.
that type of thing. But
So how is the weather?
well, it's actually raining. It's raining heaps at the moment. So we've just had winter, and then it's been spring, and I've been bunged up with allergies, and now it's raining again today. So it's all over the place at the moment.
So do you all get a lot of snow?
No, no, not where I live. A few hours away, there's snow. And I actually went to the snow for the first time 3 years ago. And I built a snowman and I was so proud. But it was only about that big because the snow was really hard.
Well,
But I
you're
was
kind
very
of like
proud.
us because we don't get much snow here either.
Oh, really? You just
Mm-mm.
kind
I'm
of
in
think it
Texas.
snows everywhere in America. Like you see it in the movies and you just think there's snow everywhere every winter.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm in Texas. It's very hot.
That's
Um,
true.
very, very hot in Texas. So we don't have that. Have you ever been to the United States?
Yeah, yeah. I went to New York and Minneapolis about 6 years ago. So that was really cool. Yeah. I'd love to go back one day.
Cool. Well, you come to Texas, it's totally different. Um, yeah, it's total depends on what it's the biggest state, so it depends on what part you go to. You can have some people are having cold weather, and we're just kind of today it was maybe 75, 80
Yeah.
today. So
Yeah.
very cool. So we
Well,
have your book.
visit you.
You yes, you need to. So cool. So we have our book, The Unhealthy Ghost. So tell me, and it was so fitting because it's October, and it's
Yeah.
so fitting because right now I'm like eating all the candy that's on the shelves. So tell me, what inspired you to write this book?
Well, my son wrote most of it, and he was having a bit of a hard time, and he wasn't real happy. And I was like, I'd written a couple of books, and I said, well, why don't you write a book? Put that energy into something productive, and he's on the autism spectrum, and he's had a lot of therapy and stuff, and so I think he really drew on that, because the ghost was unhealthy, so he's got to learn all the right exercise. He's got to learn to eat properly. So I think he just took everything that everyone was telling him and turned it into that. And also, I think another thing too, like he was a bit down on himself at the time about having autism. And I was like thinking, well, there's lots of famous people who have autism. There's lots of people who have achieved things who have autism. And I said, I said, Dan Aykroyd's got autism, and I said he was really proud of it because he said he wrote Ghostbusters, or he developed Ghostbusters because of his obsession with ghosts. So I think I told him that at the time as well. And I think, everything is just the ghosts and the health and all that. And that's how he came up with the idea. So, and then I helped him. I sort of, added a little bit, but he did most of it. So
How old is he?
he's 14 now, but he was 13 when he did that. So
Oh, that's so inspiring.
it is, yeah. And he's just written another one about a koala. So hopefully that'll be out next year. So
Oh, that's my dream to hold a real koala.
I don't know. I think they might scratch.
Oh my goodness. Well, you would know.
Yeah. I've seen them in the zoo, seen them down near where I live, down in the bush, but they're hard to spot. Like you go walking around and they're very hard to spot up in the gum trees. So you're lucky if you see one.
Oh, wow. So Mike is here. Mike, yes, Mike, I'm glad you made it back to Florida. They had a real bad hurricane. but he said he made it home safely, no damage except for small food in the fridge. Yeah. And Mike has autism, and he says, "Are you talking about autism? I hope your guest knows that I'm an adult with autism." Her son that started the book, Mike, actually has autism. He's on the spectrum. So he wrote a book. So a little bit inspiration for you, Mike. Mike tunes in a lot, and I'll have a couple of other that join in. So he wrote this book, and his name is Noah Forbes.
Yep.
And your name is Laurel. Is it Laurelle Lewis or Laurelle?
Laurelle.
Laurelle. And tell me the illustrator's name. Nugraha?
No, I think it's Nugraha. That's how we pronounce it. So
Mike wants to connect with you after. Do you know have you met the illustrator? Because sometimes I'll get with authors and they never met the illustrator.
yeah, no, that's true. Like we should have had him on video link too. That would be cool. But no, I've never met him. So he sends me the illustrations. I get people to edit my work and get people the illustrations all from overseas and do it all online. So
love that. We'll get right into the book, The Healthy Ghost. And I love that he has one tooth, one fang. I have to ask you about that
pretty
in a little bit. So it has a little page where it says this book belongs to, let me turn on my light. Sometimes I can get a little dark. This book belongs to, so I'll be able to sign my book. And we hope this book inspires you to make healthy choices. So this book was just written last year. See, copyright just last year. And let's see what this unhealthy ghost gets into. Oh my goodness, he may make me change my eating habits. Once there was a little ghost who lived in the attic of a small cafe. The cafe always had lots of delicious food. He ate a lot of ice cream, pizza, milkshakes, and entire cakes. After a while, he didn't feel so well. You know, that sounds really good. I probably wouldn't feel too good after.
no.
Little Ghost decided to go visit Dr. Ghost. The doctor said he was unhealthy and asked him if he ever exercised and ate healthy foods. Little Ghost shook his head. You must do these things, said Dr. Ghost, if you want to feel better. I love the big person that's waiting to see Dr. Ghost.
Yeah, I said to him, it was great to just draw, some creatures and monsters or whatever. And I love his work. So
I just noticed the little pumpkin seeing the doctor and the little blob at the bottom. Yeah. Oh, look at the little blind bird. Oh, so cute. The next day, Little Ghost decided he would follow the doctor's orders. He tried the treadmill, but he remembered he didn't have any feet. Oh, that's why I don't use the treadmill. That's my excuse. I like that excuse.
A good one.
Yeah, I like that. He tried basketball, but he got in trouble for breaking the rules. He tried sitting down, but he remembered that wouldn't get him fit. So I wonder how he was breaking the rules playing basketball.
Well, he was flying.
Oh, he was flying.
He was flying, up to the hoop.
That would make it unfair. He decided to give exercise a break and to instead work on eating healthy foods. So for breakfast, he ate porridge and fruit. Oh my goodness. That's a big drastic change. For lunch, he ate tuna sandwiches with salad. He was really starting to enjoy healthy eating by then. For dinner, he ate salad rolls, homemade pizza, and lasagna. It's one of my favorites. For snacks, he ate things like fruit, veggie sticks, cheese cubes, yogurt, and trail mix. He also ate sugar-free cereals and drank lots of water. Oh, he sounds diabetic with the sugar-free. Oh my goodness, I have diabetes. He's sounding like me. Oh my goodness, this is a book about me. After a week of eating better, he had more energy to fly around at night. Little Ghost felt so much better, he decided to go back to the doctor for a checkup. Oh, look at that doctor, what he has in that skull. Candy.
No, it's a bit tempting.
It's a little bit tempting. The doctor was glad to hear that he had been eating such a healthy diet, but he asked, "Have you also been exercising?" Little Ghost shook his head. Regular exercise is very important," said the doctor. "Come back in a month and we will see how you are." Oh my goodness, that's a big struggle for me. I always tell the doctor, "Have you been exercising? If you call this exercising, yes." On Monday, he tried joining a circus, but he couldn't juggle and was scared of the lions, and they were also scared of him. On Tuesday, he tried soccer, but it was hard with no feet. And I got to zoom in on this picture
again.
Yes, I love his little face. I can see that he's really trying. On Wednesday, he went hiking and enjoyed some beautiful views, but he felt a little alone. On Thursday, he played baseball, but he brought the wrong kind of bat. I love that homophone. He bought a bat.
No one came up with that one. I'm like, that's funny. That's good.
Love that. On Friday, he went to karate, but he realized he couldn't get his yellow belt as no one could see his white belt. On Saturday, he tried swimming, but it didn't go very well. Oh my goodness. So there he is. Nobody could see his white belt. And he got wet, so then he had to hang out on the clothesline. On Sunday, Little Ghost was all out of ideas. He had tried so many sports, but none of them felt right. He decided to visit his friends. He began to fly through the night air, flying high and flying low. He was swirling and twirling as he went. The breeze was so cool and relaxing upon him. He realized what sport he loved most of all: flying. I wonder if that burns calories.
It better.
It better. He went to the doctor at the end of the month. The doctor was very pleased. Little Ghost had gotten much healthier. The unhealthy ghost was now a healthy little ghost who exercised regularly with his friends and ate a balanced diet. Love this. So that's the end. So tell us, what part did you start on, or what part did your son think this is hard work?
At what part did he say it was hard work?
Yes.
Well, from the beginning, when I said you should write a book, and he's like, "That's too hard." So he wasn't real keen, and I encouraged him. And then once he sort of came up with the idea of the unhealthy ghost, he started. I think he really enjoyed it. And then about 3/4 of the way through, he sort of gave up again. And then I sort of, helped him out with it, and then he could see it coming. And once the illustrations started to, come in, he got very excited. And once he actually held the book in his hand, he was just so happy. And then he wanted to write another one. So hopefully he keeps writing.
We'll talk about that next one in just a little bit. You can get a little idea, a little peek. But tell me your favorite part of the book.
I think I like the bit where he tried to play baseball, but he had the wrong bat. I think that's cute. So, and
that's
at the end, and at the end where I liked the idea that he went through all these things, but at the end he ends up doing something that he loves. And I think that's really important. Like, not everyone's going to be good at karate. Not everyone's going to be good at baseball, whatever. You do what makes you happy and healthy. And yeah, that was the message of the book. So.
And that was going to be my next question. What's your biggest takeaway? The thing that you want for everyone to read this book. That's your takeaway. My favorite part was the bat part. That was pretty good. I have to tell you a funny story. My nephew, who's now an adult, when he was really little, he was going to the store, and my mom said, you're not going by yourself. And he said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "You want a bat?" And he says, "Yeah, I'd like a bat and a ball." But she meant bet. Yes, a bat and a ball. So I like that little part. My biggest takeaway from this book is sometimes we change our way of eating, but we don't exercise. And that part, we can eat all the healthy stuff we want to, but if we're not exercising, it doesn't work. And being a diabetic, I have to do all of these things in this book. I have to exercise, watch what I eat, and drink lots of water. So this is a very good book. So tell us about the next one. What is it going to be about?
Well, it's about a koala who has an identity crisis.
Oh.
So I don't know, like we're still writing it, but it's just he's like, you know how people used to say koalas were bears, so the old thing was koala bear, and it's like, no, they're not bears, they're koalas. And so this koala, everyone's like, oh, he's a bear, and nobody wants to be his friend because he's a bear. And so he gets on a plane and he travels around the world meeting all the different types of bears to work out what type of bear he is. And then in the end he realizes that he's unique. So yeah, that's the story.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that he travels around the world and meets different bears. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see the illustrations on that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yes. So I always like to talk about how long did it take you to write this book, the
um
whole process.
about 4 months, so it was really, really quick. And I think because my son was like he wasn't feeling that great, I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible so that he could see, like, have the book in his hand and be like happy about that. Like, and yeah, so I think normally it takes me forever, but that one was done really, really quick. And that was really exciting because once he had the book in his hand, he was like, oh, wow, I did it. But the koala one's taking forever. So
Love that. So I do have a question. Where can they buy the book?
Amazon.
Amazon. So guys, go on Amazon, purchase The Unhealthy Ghost. And I've learned this from working with a lot of authors. Leave a review. So you
Yeah,
heard it tonight. Even if you haven't bought it yet, you can leave a review on the book, and that still helps the author.
it does. Yeah.
So I'll be leaving a review. And those of you that are listening, whether you're listening now or much later, make sure that you leave a review. That'll be big for you to leave a review.
Yeah,
Put your
no,
book,
it does.
the
It
book
helps. It helps.
Yes. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And I have another question. I have to ask this because when I think of Australia, I think that in your backyard, like we have rabbits, you have a kangaroo every now and again that
No,
hops
no.
on.
Well, actually, where I live, there are these kangaroos in the high school. Like and they have a big oval, and you often see the kangaroos on the oval on the weekends. So you drive past and you see them. But no, you don't really see them very
Wait,
much.
you
Like,
said at the high schools they have an oval?
yeah, they've got a big grassy area, big oval,
Okay.
and the kangaroos will get up when there's nobody there over the weekend. The kangaroos will get in there and eat the grass and stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
would love to.
I have nearly hit a few kangaroos actually. I was driving around town one night on the outskirts and I nearly hit a kangaroo. So you do have to be careful.
So you have kangaroos, koalas.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of what else is there.
lots of deadly snakes.
Lots of deadly snakes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Hopefully you don't see those much.
No, I don't. No, like my parents had a snake in their backyard last year, but that was one, and don't really see snakes. So
So when they say down under, does that encompass all of Australia? That's just a certain part.
no, I think that's the whole thing because obviously, like we're down on the globe, but obviously the outback is like the middle. I think the middle of Australia, like outback, far away.
Yeah, I mean, we have an Outback restaurant, but there's nothing Australian themed around it. But I
And so
absolutely love that. I want to come visit Australia so badly, so badly. Sydney, Australia. I know that city. I always see that, but love it. So
yeah.
what part of Australia are you in? Because all we know is Sydney.
Yeah. I'm about probably 4 or 5 hours from Sydney, so I'm in the
Oh,
Riverina in the country.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Hmm, that's pretty neat. Well, anything else you want our guests to know about your book?
Um, I don't know, just leave a review, buy it, please.
Leave a review on Amazon and buy it, please. Thank you so much, Laurelle, for joining us. This was very neat. You have the rest of your day. I'm headed to bed. So that's the well, not directly to bed, but it's just so neat that it's 10 o'clock there and we're going to bed and you're just starting your day. So
Yeah.
is it already October 5th?
Yeah, no, I think so, yes.
It's
That's
the fourth
terrible.
here.
Yes, it is.
So you're because when we have the New Year's Eve bash, they always show Australia as one of the first countries that it
Yeah,
turns New
yeah,
Year
that's right.
way
Yeah,
before us. Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
very, very cool. Thanks so much. You want to leave them with some kind words or any parting words?
Don't know, be nice to each other.
And I always say, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Good
Thank
night.
you.